Please stand for the pledge.
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening. Today is January 7th, 2016, for the Environmental Conservation Board. First one of the year. Happy New Year to everybody. Everybody is in attendance, with the exception of Anthony and Ed. We have a agenda we're going to follow, and we'll start with item 1, which is Wixon Pond Estates. And that would be 243 Wixon Pond Road, 53.20-1-19. Can you use the podium, please? And please state your name and who you're representing. Oh, I gotta find, that's not you.
My name is Joel Greenberg. I'm the architect for Wixon Pond Estates.
Okay, how are you today, Joel?
I'm fine. Happy New Year to you all.
Happy New Year.
I think,
Do we have a file on this?
yes, we were here last time, and you gave me a shopping list to go over.
Yes.
I took a picture of it,
Okay.
and it actually
oh, here
came
it
out.
is.
Charge.
Huh?
Free of charge.
Free of charge.
That's right.
Okay, got it. Okay. So there's the extra drawings that you had submitted.
And those drawings reflect the comments that you had.
Okay, do you have, you don't have planning board approval for this yet, do you?
We have preliminary approval. We have DEP approval, which you have in your file, and we have DEC approval, which you have in your file.
Okay, because if everything is good here today, we can probably accept the application, but you will not be getting a permit.
Understood. That's your normal procedure, correct?
Okay. Just for the record, I have a memo here from David Klotzel. I have to send him an email based on what we're looking at, what we want him to look for. Okay, the notes that we had from our last meeting, 2 soil stockpile areas are shown. There's one there,
There's one on the top.
one there, okay? A refueling area is shown.
Yes. It's toward the entrance off Wixon Pond Road. This is 2 notes there there's a,
It's a square, it's a rectangle, right?
yes.
Uh,
And the spill kit is also
Bill
shown.
kit is shown there also. It's not labeled.
Yes, the spill kit is labeled.
Yeah, they're both labeled,
Is it?
yeah.
Look at your note over here.
The only concern I have with that location is that it's right next to a proposed septic system, leaching area.
Well, don't forget, the septic system will not be installed.
I know, but if you have a spill in that area, then you're gonna have a problem with that leaching area, because I don't know because you might contaminate the leaching area. That's my only problem. And if there is a spill.
It's right here, it's right here.
Right
in the
here,
middle
right,
of the
yeah.
leaching center.
Right, it's right in the corner, right in the corner.
here.
Right in the corner of the
Oh,
leaching.
no.
It's way down over
It's
here.
down, it's, if you look at the arrow, follow the arrow down, it's near the 820 contour.
It's right at the corner.
Right here.
This is the corner, right here.
No, it's right here.
No, it's spill, also the spill in here.
Bill
That
kit's
whole-
right here.
Yeah, the spill kills, it's just a few feet off of the edge.
If you feel more comfortable, I'll just move them over here.
Yeah, just relocate it.
Yeah, I think if you could relocate them over here. I wouldn't want that, if there's a spill, and small spills are common too. Just to move it down over here, that would be better, I think. It's not a big thing, but it's,
Go back to your podium. All right, so, Joel, you'll just
Yeah, I'll
relocate.
make that
It's on the notes, I mean.
The notes there, I'll just
Doesn't
arrow
get
it.
extra credit for
if
it.
the rest of the board doesn't have a problem with it, leave it where it is, but I think it's better if it is moved.
Not a problem.
No, I agree.
Okay.
The construction sequence is shown. I see that. Well, construction specification, sequence of construction. here's the problem I have with your sequence of construction. It gives us, install the silt fencing, oh, sorry. Install the silt fence, it's not on those.
Yes, it's,
You give us a full set?
okay,
It's right up in the corner, right there.
No, no.
The other drawings? Oh,
These guys. I don't think it's on that set.
it's not on the set, it's only on that one sheet,
It's only on this one sheet.
only on S3.
S3. I have it. Okay. The only question I have regarding the sequence of construction, Joel, is the fact that, you're showing how you're grubbing, you're excavating for the road, the rough grading. It's not, what we were kind of looking for is how you were gonna go through the lot.
Okay, then I misunderstood. I just assumed what I'm doing, what I did here.
No.
The sequence was just for all the area
No, no,
that
no.
you're approving.
No, I was looking for something a little bit, just to see how,
Okay.
you know, because you're not gonna start here and then work down. You're obviously gonna work here. And I was just trying to get a sense of how you were gonna stage the work and do that. If you can just type something up, we'll add it as an addend, it doesn't have to be on the drawing.
Are you gonna clear, in one sweep, you're gonna clear for the road, grade for the road, the entire road?
Yeah, as
Okay.
Bob said, we're gonna start down at the, where,
Well, you gotta bring your equipment in.
yeah, you gotta bring your equipment in. But there is a wood road there, which, actually, it's right over here, actually.
This is dense woods.
This, you see this dotted line here? There's a wood road here, so
Right.
we can get our, that's the wood road. Okay, so that we can bring everything in, and then we'll, like you say, we'll start it that way, work up the hill, and then come back down the hill. But I'll
Right,
do it,
just-
I'll just attach it to this drawing.
Attach it to the
And
drawing.
I'll just change the arrows for the spill kit.
Who's the engineer for this?
He is.
Oh, no, he's not, he's an architect. Putnam Engineering. Would you please just talk with Putnam Engineering first about what the construction sequence is, okay? Because, just to make sure, okay, what their feeling is too. I mean,
I think Bob is,
I just want to know for construction sequencing,
he wants to know from start to finish.
I agree. I'm not saying, I'm just saying that have the engineer be on board too.
okay. That's it? The silt fence detail locations are
That's-
shown.
That's okay on there.
All right, so the only thing that you have that's out, you go back to your podium. The only thing you have left to, whatever, corner, podium, whatever you want to call it. You have to redo the spill kit you have to do items number 2 and 3 over.
Right.
Just show a different location. Just
Right.
keep it far enough away.
Okay.
From any septic fields. Granted, that, just Vince, just for the information, those two areas could change. Because if he starts his constructions from down here, works his way up, this is gonna be the last thing installed.
I'm just worried because one of the other things I'm worried about is that I don't like.
Near the wetlands.
No, it's near the wetlands, yeah, but as far as the septic system is concerned, you should keep all heavy vehicles away from proposed septic system.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
That's the area, et cetera.
But what I'm saying is, if he's gonna construct this area from this side moving
Right.
this way,
It can
that's
move.
the last thing that's gonna go
He may,
in.
he may want to have it up here, whatever
Right.
he wants. I don't have a problem. Just be
right, well-
careful where you put it, that's all.
Like you said, well, for the time being, for this drawing, we'll put it in that location we spoke about.
Right.
Or better yet,
during
just put a note on the drawing saying, fueling pad and spill kit to be located within 100 feet of the
That's a better
of the
idea.
septic tank. Is that okay?
That's a better idea.
That's fine. 50 feet is fine, too.
50 feet?
50 feet, okay,
It's fine. Proposed septic systems.
okay.
And then just give us a sequence of sequence
Very
of
good,
construction.
will do.
And away from the wetland buffer. And
Of
out
course,
and
yeah.
out of the wetland buffer.
Right. All right. So with that being said, does anybody else have any?
There's one other thing, too. We have to fill out a environmental form,
Yeah.
assessment form. One of the questions on the assessment form is, does the site of the proposed action contain any species of animal or associated habitats listed by the state or federal government as threatened or endangered? If you go to DEC's website, they have an environmental mapper, and I did that, and I do that for a number of projects. And they'll come up with a form, and I looked at the form, and they indicate that there is. endangered species, threatened or endangered species on this site. Okay? They don't say what they are, they just say that there are. I don't think that that should necessarily stop or accepting the application, but I think, just to let you know, okay, that that might come up.
All right, I will check it out.
And it's because someone, I mean, I don't know who, actually, I'm not quite sure how they handle it, to tell you the truth, but I hate to see you start something and all of a sudden somebody comes up with this. So for your
Well,
benefit, for your benefit
what
and
I'll do
ours.
also is, I'm sure in the process, don't forget, we do have a DEC permit.
Right.
So let me look through the file and see if I can
On
find.
DEC site, it says, as I
If the
said,
DEC issued a permit, obviously they've investigated this, hopefully.
hopefully, yes.
Just for the,
You've had how many years with them now?
Too many. An awful
just for
long.
the record, there is a DEC permit in the file, and that is, it was signed June 4th, 2012. It expires 12/31/16. So if you don't get this going, you're gonna have to renew
right.
this.
Yep.
And there's also a DEP permit in here dated July 3rd, 2014. And that permit expires,
I think that's good for several years, if I'm not mistaken. Look toward the end.
You're not going to finish this in a year, so you should
No.
mark it on your calendar. You'll have to come back to us for a renewal, okay? Mark it on your calendar.
yeah.
Vince, just to echo your thoughts on the sanitary septics, is there any wells that you've noticed?
Yeah.
Also there?
Yeah.
You know-
There are wells, there's a well on every site.
Proposed wells on every site?
Yep.
To keep it from
Keep-
those
keep-
well areas also, Joel,
Good point.
you know?
Proposed wells. They're just proposed, but all in all, you're right. It's a good point.
And just for the information, the DEP permit's good for 5 years.
5 years, that's right.
5 years.
There was also a note from Dave Klotzel, I believe, about
We're gonna
this, right?
send David out there just to make sure that the wetlands are flagged properly. You flagged them, right? He wrote a note saying-
Actually, when this, as I mentioned before, this project's been around for
For a long
a
time.
long time, and when we first went to the planning board, because I happened to, when I came to give the revised drawings, David happened to be there. He says, "Why am I going out there? I've been out there already." So he has been out there and he's seen the flags, but
Okay.
have him go out there again if you want.
No, we'll have him go out then just
to
before the work starts. That's all.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
All right, does anybody have anything else?
Just one other point. You have infiltration basins here, right? And DEC has very specific testing procedures for the infiltration basin. For your own benefit, I would just say, just make sure you follow those procedures.
Sure.
Because infiltration basins are very sensitive to infiltration, groundwater infiltration.
Okay.
Okay, with that being said, if there are no more comments, I'm gonna make a motion to accept the application for Wixon Pond Estates at 243 Wixon Pond Road, tax map 53.20-1-19, which is a 5-lot subdivision as submitted with the following conditions. Relocate the fueling area to within 50 feet of a septic system or well, provide a sequence of construction, and what was your other thing, Vince?
Endangered species.
Oh, and check on
Check on the
endangered
endangered
speakers.
species. Yes,
It's probably a bog turtle.
And the permit will not be granted until you have planning board approval.
Yeah, put that down.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Made by John, seconded by Vince. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, so you're on the clock.
Okay.
You could be on the clock forever. So,
And if there are any changes to the planning board, please let us know. So we can-
that?
If you let us know if there's any changes to the planning board, we can move
Oh,
much
yeah,
faster for you too.
okay,
All right, thank you very much.
Thank
Good night.
you.
Thank you.
have a good night. Someday that's gonna go right into the light socket. Number 2, Nicholas Tartaglione, 1 Roderus Drive, tax map 5315-1-4, retain existing wood deck. Okay, how are you today?
Good evening, gentlemen.
Good
and
evening.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
As we all know, what's going on over here is that he built decks around the front of the house, approaching the wetland buffer. And,
Right.
Didn't see- see-
For your
Could
recommendation.
you please state your name?
Oh, yes, it's
For the
Raul
record.
Matos representing Nick Tartaglione.
Okay, just for this, before you go on, I had the wetland inspector go out there. Site plan by Anthony Sotile dated 12/26/15 for the site is correct by town wetland code. The area this house sits on has always been wet in many areas. I would think that a deep hole would show that there is groundwater within a few feet of the surface in the area of the proposed recharge is slated to be installed. I would also suggest that a rain guard would only have limited effect here for the same reason. For mitigation purposes, the ECB might consider requiring planting plan adjacent to the stream of native wetland shrubs with wildlife food values. I would be happy to review a plan for such plantings and inspect them when installed.
Go here.
Sounds like a good idea to me.
Sounds like a
Yes.
good plan to me.
Save you money, too.
The wetland.
Okay,
Save you money.
yeah, so at the last meeting, you were here, we gave you a list of
The work.
things to do. And you were gonna show you showed the calculations of the, so then based on, not to kill you on this, it's just based on the wetland inspector's, recommendations then, he doesn't suggest putting in the Caltech. He'll let you get away with plantings of wetland seedings along the brook instead of the Caltech.
All the way through?
Yeah, he would, what you could do is, because we had the wetland inspector go out there to look at the site, what he's saying that is because of the location of the house
Right.
with the conditions of the soil and the depth of the
The proximity of the water.
water,
Table.
that putting in the Caltech system would not be effective for you
Right.
or for the site. So what he's suggesting is that you treat the area next to the brook with plantings that are conducive to wetland environment.
I would say then within the proximity of the house, not the whole pound, it's really.
No, what I would do is, right now you're looking at, you have a proposed building area of 605 square feet, right? So your 605 square feet, whatever that would come out to in a rain garden calculation, that's all you would really be required to.
To plant those
plant.
trees.
So I'm gonna give you the option, if you'd like, to, if you want, you could take these plans, work up the number for the wetland plantings, submit that, we'll make sure that the rest of the notes are good, and then this way you don't have to put the Caltech in. In the long run, it's
Or
gonna.
the excavation, because I was thinking that.
Or
by
vegetation.
Disturbing, will be disturbing. Also, when you guys came up with the idea of putting the,
Well, we suggested either that or a
Yeah.
rain garden or whatever.
I thought, well, we're gonna be digging into
So,
it.
like I said, that's your option. We can either leave the application the way it is right now, or you can just change it, go through some plantings, give us a list of the plantings, because you can't do anything now, obviously, any plantings. You're gonna have to wait for the spring.
Yes, that's great.
So, it's your call.
I mean, I don't see any other option to,
Okay.
What's the bank along the brook like? We haven't been out there. What is that like?
it's very smooth to the water. It's not a lot of drops or anything like
Okay,
that.
is there anything growing? Is that a grass, between the house and the brook, is that a grassed area?
Yeah,
Okay.
The
Does the
whole-
grass basically go down to the brook?
go down to the brook.
Okay, and there's very few bushes of brush?
Some of the, natural,
Yeah, some natural
Yes.
stuff, okay. Well, I think what we're saying, what David Klotz is, and I think some of us will go along with, is just adding some additional plants along the edge of the brook that are in there, appropriate plants.
Yes,
and
yes,
they-
I got that.
Okay.
So you want to hold off on us reviewing
I will
this?
calculate based on, if I was gonna do a rain garden, and then come up with the plants, and then
plantings.
put them all the way over there.
That'd be fine.
Yeah, in front of the, I would
Wanna
say.
do that
You see
instead
what
of-
those dimensions are? Was 70 and 73?
Yes.
I would say that would be probably good, you know.
So you want to just get rid of you could get rid of the Caltech then?
I will have to.
Yeah, get rid of the Caltech and plantings in the long run.
32 square feet of plantings, that's what we're looking at.
Make it 40 square
You
feet.
make it
round
40,
up.
40 square feet.
That is calculations.
Yeah, let us
He's
calculate.
got to do his calcs.
Counts.
Got to do his calcs.
Sometimes the number comes very dramatic on.
It's not one.
those ones.
Conservative.
Yeah, okay.
And then you don't have to worry about any silt fencing, and you don't have to worry about these,
Yeah, of disturbing
Stockpile.
animals.
Yeah, you don't have to, yeah, it saves,
I agree, yeah.
it'll all be
definitely.
done by hand, and
okay? All right, so we'll just hold off on this. We'll leave this on the fence until you come in next time. Just resubmit this plan.
Yeah,
Take out the Caltech, and just give us some calcs with the plantings, and then that's it,
sounds good.
all right? You know,
you have to say what kind of plants you want.
yeah, you gotta give us a list of the plantings.
Yeah, we've done some of the rain gardens before, so I know it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad in a way we had the wetland inspector go out there.
Yeah, I have followed, you know, you have 5 points, that one of them was sending the wetland inspector going over there. And that's what I did.
All right, so we'll just, again, we'll see you next, you have something you wanna say?
No.
So we'll see you either the next meeting or the meeting after in
That will be.
2 weeks. That's, not this week, it's
21st.
21st.
I actually do have one quick question. If we're considering the plants and plantings instead of those rechargers, is there any sort of calculation that you can do for plants?
Well, what we're gonna base the number on, let him calculate the area of disturbance for what he would typically do for for a rain garden, and then just, you know, we submit the list to, David Klotzel with a rough area and let him make the
Okay,
determination.
all right, yeah, I'm fine with that then.
All right, so what we'll do is, what you can do, Raul, is in advance, you can, submit the list, submit a drawing with the area you want.
Yes.
The plantings you're gonna do, submit it to Rose ahead of time, let the wetlands inspector, Dave
You'll
Klotzel,
have it
look
next
at it.
week, definitely.
What?
Next
Yeah,
week sometime.
Yeah, give it to Dave Klotzel, and then he'll just give me a note whether or not he's accepting it or not.
All right,
Okay?
sounds good.
Thanks.
Good night.
Have a good night.
Thanks.
Bye.
So that one we're gonna put on hold. That's the right thing to do. Okay, number 3, Mr. Ronald Hoffman, 290 Westlake Boulevard, tax map 6416-1-21, convert existing deck into sunroom. To the podium, please state your name and who you are.
My name is Peter Geyer. I am representing Ronald Hoffman, homeowner. Good evening.
Do you have any drawings, or it's just?
I didn't have him at the time. I have him now. I sent you a picture of the deck, which is basically, was exactly the same size as the addition we're doing.
There's one in there, Bob.
Staple two.
Staple that. Staging area.
Oh, it's 21 feet off the property line, 35 feet off the lake. He's within the wetlands.
Yeah.
Staging area is outside the wetland. Obviously, everything's gonna be done by hand.
Oh, yeah. There's a stone patio below it. The only thing I didn't include was a rain garden. I'm familiar with a rain garden. I just thought maybe you would tell me if I really needed one or not.
Well, the way, so this deck right now wraps around the
It's
house.
just right there. It goes to the edge of the house to an addition on the side of the house.
Okay, so it's that whole area they're
That's
gonna
it,
make to a
yeah.
sunroom.
It's 10 by 14.
I mean, we're not really affecting any, you're leaving the footings, the foundations the same?
I'm gonna make them larger, the footings. There's 2
So you're
footings
gonna dig
required
a new area for footings,
in the same spot.
same spot?
You could put sonotubes in.
Yeah,
Well, it's up in the parking area, I believe.
and then it's kind of a tough area. I mean, everything has to be carried down from the driveway up above. I don't know if you're familiar with the property. It's got a steep driveway. It's all asphalt. I thought I'd stage right there. It's more than 100 feet away from the lake. Basically, hand carry everything down, hand dig it.
There's a residence up above, correct?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the house.
Now, you have to submit this to the town because you're putting it on, or do you need a building permit?
Well, I want to go through you first, is what I'm told. The building department you're talking about, right?
Right.
Yeah, normally, from what I understand, I have to get approval from you before I,
Well,
Submit it to the
yeah,
building.
I mean, Vince, I don't have it's the same amount of impervious.
No, it's a deck now, it's gonna be a sunroom, it's gonna be, you're gonna put a
Roof on it.
a roof on it, yeah.
but it's stone patio below it, for one. I think that means something. And the size is so small.
The footings, you're gonna dig deeper,
No,
and
basically, a bigger base on the bottom we need.
He's gonna make them 10 by 10 to 12-inch diameter.
Yeah, it's gonna be a 10-inch sonotube with maybe a 24-inch base on the bottom,
how
So-
deep?
42 inches.
Okay. Small
It's an
excavator,
open
you gonna
deck
do
right
that?
now, right?
Small
Yeah.
excavator?
No, hand.
You do it by hand?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's an open
It's
deck.
very small. I mean, just 10-inch sonotube with a base, yeah, we do it all the time. There's no room for a machine if you walk.
Right, but what my argument is the roof of the deck, right now the deck is 10 by 14, so that's 140 square feet, right? So even if I put a roof on the deck, it's still gonna be 10 by 14, it's still 140 square feet of impervious style surface, right? So the way I'm looking at it is, Vince, you can correct me if I'm wrong, it's gonna be an apple for an apple, okay? The only concern now is he's gonna put he's gonna redo his footings, okay, which is all hand dug. I mean, it's not gonna generate a lot of silt or material.
What's the deck like? The deck that you're now.
Pressure treated.
Okay, pressure
There's a photo of it in the back.
Yeah, it doesn't have a roof on it, right?
Nope,
Okay, and it's opened, right?
yeah.
Correct.
And that runs onto slate, it appears.
Yeah, it runs
right
onto
now.
slate and into a little garden.
Slate
underneath.
sort of runs down into the, towards the lake.
What I'm gonna,
Is the slate just put on top of sand?
It's tightly jointed sand, but it's all ledge, all stone retaining walls.
Yeah,
If you visit a job, you see what I'm talking about.
see, I mean, he shows his silt fence right here. He's got a detail of the silt fence. I mean, you know what, it's,
He's not creating much of any real new area of
no,
disturbance.
I don't believe so.
I probably do most of my cutting up on the driveway in the staging area.
Promise to sweep every day?
Oh, yeah.
I recall a similar
I would-
situation that we had, but I can't remember what the resolution was, where there was a gentleman who was trying to put in a little shed on top of a concrete slab.
Right.
Yeah, we did that, and
He
we,
was required to do a rain garden.
but that was, he required to do a rain garden. But my argument, Vince, is this impervious area is the same as it's gonna be for the roof. The only thing is the roof is gonna have,
Well,
is the roof will have pitch.
The guy was gonna put a shed on an impervious area, and he was required to do a rain garden.
We made him put a garden at the bottom.
Right, right.
If you look here, he's got plenty of green
There's Packer sand on the side.
and there's, if you look down here, there's, in the wall, it all leaches to all runs off to a green style area.
Yep.
It's very dense.
Boxwoods.
So if
and,
it's such a small area, there probably shouldn't be a problem with putting in a small rain garden. Am I
I
wrong on
mean,
that?
this, I'll tell you what, this area over here where the
Rain
pack
garden,
of
right.
Sandras, where this area, you're taking this stuff out, right? When you come to, when you take out this footing, all this stuff is coming out.
No, that stays.
That's gonna stay?
The rhododendron stays there.
That stays, everything's gonna stay. Yeah, I'm just gonna, take it down, redo this footing and redo that footing.
What about that one?
That one's not needed anymore.
Oh, you're gonna beef up this, gonna
No,
beef
well, I
up,
have the plans now, but, it's gonna be I think a triple 2x12 girder
Mm-hmm.
and a post, so that one right there is not necessary.
Yeah, you got the span.
Yeah, that's all designed.
And there's no gutter on this atrium, or you gonna have a gutter? Or is this gonna run off? Is it gonna run off? Was that
It's a,
proposed on there?
it's a sun garden, they don't usually have.
No,
Leader drain right here in the corner of that
Yeah.
house. Right there, there's a leader drain. I mean, I could time
That
it.
goes over
Well, can
the
you, I
ground?
tell you what, this leader drain that ties off the house, can you run that underground
It does
and
go
put a,
underground.
put a,
I don't
put
know
a,
where it goes.
and run it into the garden?
I don't know where that goes, that leader drain. I can make it, but I'm sure that's where it goes anyway. Where else
Yeah.
would it go? It's not gonna go all the way down to the lake.
No.
It's probably spilling out right here on the other side of the wall.
I don't know where it goes, but it's most likely in that area.
Because if I look at the wall, Vince, it's a tiered backyard, similar to that other,
Even if it would've got in here, how's it gonna get down past this retaining wall?
it's gonna come down over the, spill over the
It's a little
retaining.
lower, there's a lip, this is a little bit higher than the stone. That's why, you know, I'm, like I said, I'm familiar with the rain gardens. I just didn't know if, let you tell me if I should get one, need to install one or not.
When do you wanna start?
It's spring.
Thanks. So you wanna start in the spring?
What's it like between this wall here and the lake? Is this, I see a
More the same,
portion, here.
more the same stuff all the way down.
Same stuff.
Retaining
There's
walls.
there's a step pathway, stone
Ledges,
pathway?
yeah, more ledges, more Packer Santa. It's all stone. Even the driveway has a stone retaining wall where they can't run down towards the house or to that area.
Would it be worth to, just have a gutter off? This is a glass enclosure, like a
No,
Four
it's-
Seasons
It's gonna be
enclosure?
framed with as many windows we can get in there, skylights, that kind of stuff.
It's just a slanted roof then,
Correct, a
one
shed
angle?
roof, one angle.
I have a gutter off the corner of that.
What's it like on the other side of the building?
Same
To a
thing,
leader,
Same thing all the way
same
down?
thing, the whole back.
to an area.
Burying pipe now,
You know.
because it's gonna be a tripping hazard.
No, under the ground, under,
Yeah.
or if
I,
it's existing.
my opinion is it's like for like. You're not gonna gain much with a solid roof to a slatted patio, a deck.
I'm just thinking that, we required one person to, on a slab, building a shed to put in a rain garden. It's kind of hard to say, let this one, just say no.
Well, it was also different with the site conditions.
Right, that's what I was gonna say.
Different- This is very green, Vince.
Yeah, no, I agree.
That other area had I went to that other site, that had multiple layers, that was at the bottom. You know, they did pour a new slab on top.
Does the house have any gutters on it? And the gutters now just go down,
They go into leader drains.
and you don't know where they go?
No, I don't. But probably to the Packer Santa. They don't go too far. You know, as long as it dissipates somewhere, that's where they're gonna be going. Could be 15 feet away from the house.
It says they'll tie into the existing leader.
I could, but that's, that'd be the ideal situation, tie into the existing leader drain.
But, yeah, if you could tie into the,
I think it would be good for us to know two things. One is how green is the rest of the property? I mean, and I know you're saying that, but an actual picture would,
I can
say
bring more
10,000
pictures.
words of how green the rest of the back of the property is, because, I mean, that can make a big difference between having to put a rain garden and having not. If a lot of it's impervious, then we would probably require it, but it seems like there's a lot of green, but if we had in the file a picture of that, I think that would
Here's a
go
whole
a long way
bunch
for
of-
that. What was that?
Here's better pictures. He's got a deed in here.
The other thing I did want to ask is.
There's a
no,
deed
yeah,
in
the other
here.
thing was
Same
as well,
pictures.
Is if you can, because you're probably right about that 15 foot from the leader, from your house where the leaders come out. If there's any opportunity for you to take a walk around and see if you can find where the discharge is.
I'll try. It's like I said, I don't want to say overgrown in a bad way, but it's definitely, there's no grass.
Yeah.
It's just, It's all Packer
Yeah, I
Center
know,
and
and
woods.
it's not like
you
they're
know,
leaving
it's a
for the
weekend
winter.
house.
Should we
Come
go
out
out and
into
take a look at this?
Sorry?
I'm just saying to the board, should we go out and take a look at this?
Take a look at
You
this.
can take a look.
Yeah. Pass it every day.
Where is this one?
This is on Westlake Boulevard.
We're getting, we're getting what,
In all fairness to the other applicant that I did go out.
I know that, that's why I
Why
suggested
don't we
it.
take a look?
Because we always, you know, we've gone out, we went out to
I know.
up there, okay, and we came away with definitely some better idea of what the situation was, and the same thing here. Because we're thinking here of doing something which we don't normally do, okay? And I think we had to be very considerate in our deliberations about something like that. We usually, you know, it's on the fence, it can go either way.
Okay, fine, well, let's go look at it, just to make your,
Make everybody more comfortable with whatever decision we decide.
right,
Yeah.
okay. Can you inform the property owner that we may be stopping by this weekend? And we're gonna just hold you over till the next meeting.
That's fine.
If that's
I
okay.
figured.
And then once we see the property, we'll make a determination.
It's for sure this weekend?
That's good with me.
Good with me.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Saturday most
Saturday's
likely?
good.
or-
Yeah, Saturday's good.
I'm taking a pass this Saturday, I got family stuff I gotta do. I don't know what to tell you, I know. I'm gonna miss one.
You want to do Sunday? Sunday's okay with me.
We can discuss that later.
Sunday's even worse, we'll talk about it later,
Okay.
we'll pick it up. But we'll be there this
We'll
weekend.
let them know.
Just tell them Vince likes his coffee, you know.
I don't drink coffee, so you're safe.
So you have to let them
We
know.
have to let them know.
It will be one day, one of the 2 days.
Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday or
Yeah.
Sunday.
Morning, afternoon?
If you don't hear from us, it's going to be 9 o'clock Saturday.
If I don't, should I leave him a business card? Call me or?
Yeah, why don't you leave me a business card? We wait another week, 2 weeks, it's not gonna kill you. All right? All right, so then I'm gonna make a motion to hold, I don't even take a motion, we're just gonna shelve this for now, and then we'll come back to it, after our site visit, and then we'll make a determination. And then this way, you can also give to Rose copies of the plans that you're gonna be building onto here, and we can just have them in the file.
Okay.
But at the same time, we
Yeah,
ask that if you go out to the property, and you can give us more detailed information about where the leaders are draining onto, then we ask.
If you can find them,
I'll see what I can find.
yeah, see what you can find.
All right. You'll see them all, when you go there, you'll see the leader drain in the corner of the house that I'm talking about. And you'll see the Packer sand, you'll see everything that's going on.
obvious.
Yeah, it's totally obvious.
Especially now.
Back to you.
Yeah, it's, you know, I'm not hiding anything, it's,
Right.
Okay.
Thank you,
you, sir.
Peter.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Guy.
Good evening.
Have a good evening.
bye-bye now.
Take care.
Can I have paperwork? I think that deed over there. We have some minutes we have to approve.
Yes, the minutes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, good. Okay. So with that, we'll just go through the approval of the meeting minutes from past meetings. The meeting of 11/5/15, the only one that cannot vote is Anthony, but he's not here. So do I have a motion to accept the minutes for 11/5/2015?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
You abstaining, or you voting?
I'm voting. I said aye.
11/19/2015, the only one absent was Anthony Dusovic. Do I have a motion to accept the minutes?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
They're approved. 12/3/15, the only one that cannot vote is John. Do I have a motion to accept the minutes of 12/3/2015?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. 12/17/15, we cannot vote on because Anthony, Mark, and Nick were out, we don't have a quorum. So 12/17/2015 minutes are held over. Okay, and that's it. The only thing I do want to say is Happy New Year to everybody, and congratulate Mark Pikowski and his family on the birth of his grandchildren. twins. They were born back in December.
Thank you,
So
appreciate that.
congratulations.
Thank you very much.
What are their names?
Max and Aiden.
Very nice.
Excellent.
The mom and dad are doing well?
No, they're going a little crazy,
Yeah, right.
as you might expect.
I think Bob knows that. And congratulations to our reappointed chair,
Thank you.
Lager, and our reappointed vice chair, Anthony,
Anthony was vice chair,
and reappointment of Ed Barnett.
and Ed Barnett.
Congratulations to all.
Congratulations to all.
Very nice.
So with that, I have a motion to close the meeting. Do
So moved.
I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much. Good night.